What's that on that beat?
Addicted to balling, I have to get my cash. The money is...
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Chicago Bears. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, lock in, lock in.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Lock in, lock in.
Now Cohen. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
3 down, 3 down. Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. And that's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Trubisky. Open man is Miller. He's got it. A big play there for the Bears on 3rd. 48 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Allen Robinson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there.
Let's go, let's go.
Now it's Keenum. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. He's going to air one out. And it'll be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. And they'll run it here. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Trubisky will throw. This is intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 23. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Let's go. Red, up.
Play action. Now Trubisky. Now on the run. He'll throw it back. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. And it's a big-time play there for the Bears. 61 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. They run. This is Cohen. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going. And really the offensive line not helping him much. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10 at the 20. So they get the INT. Now here's Keenum. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And on the ground they go with a running back. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Keenum to throw on 2nd down. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
On 2nd down, here's Keenum. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Keenum now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone, it's Keenum. And it's caught. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos are in for 6. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. Finding room inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. It let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Throw left side complete. That's Burton. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now it's Trubisky. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep swinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Rolling to his left. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. Oh, my, you know that's one that he'll want to have back. I mean, they did everything right. Got the linebackers commit on the play action. He just flat out missed.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Lock in, lock in.
He'll get it up the middle. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming.
Go!
They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10 right at the 30. Keenum now on first down. Caught, Kelsey, left side. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down. Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break.
Let's go.
They go play action here on first down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Off the play fake, Keenum. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
They'll fake the give. Now Keenum. And he comes back with one complete. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Shotgun snap for Keenum. And down he goes. Keenum is sacked. And now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cohen. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. This is Cohen. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And they'll go with a ground attack here. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keenum. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and this is picked up by the Bears. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone. Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Santos with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Keenum again here on 2nd and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
play action. Now Keenum. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, instead of fourth down after the incompletion, it'll be first down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On 1st down, it's Keenum. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminate it.
On 2nd and 10, Keenum. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Let's go, let's go.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And on the ground they go with the running back. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Onto the field now come the Bears. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Lock in.
This is Cohen on the toss. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there at 22. Trubisky now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down. Now Trubisky. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And they'll go on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on second down, they hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
Well, you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on second and long when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
Throwing now is Keenum. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Keenum now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On second down, here's Keenum. And that one incomplete. They tried to sneak in a deep blow with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, Keenum. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Leonard Floyd in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Here's Marquette King now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field, and 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Play action. Now Trubisky. The catch made by Miller. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Play action. It's Trubisky. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Trubisky now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Lock in, lock in.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now a handoff looking right. He'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Lock in, lock in.
And they'll run it here. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They try again with Cohen. And an alley to run. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. From the gun, it's Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. They give him 12 yards and a 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Oh, Trubisky going to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
All I know, partner, is that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control. and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the two-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Lock in, lock in.
Again, it's Cohen. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Here's Trubisky. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free. Trubisky now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad.